Yes, time for the news and updates on this week's Big Rab Show podcast. Now, I have to say, we've been turning the news and updates this last while into videos and that we've been producing on our YouTube channel and on our social media and stuff. So, for those of you who don't check out any of that, then please go and have a look at it. The video is very entertaining and does give you some references to this, what we're talking about. But also for you folks who are tuning in on YouTube and on our social media, hello. This is also presented on our podcast every week. So, please go and check out both our social media, our YouTube channel, and our podcast, of course, where all the news is each and every week. Right, the very first news story that I'm going to put my hand to is Bradley Parker. Yeah, for those of you out there who know Bradley, of course, bagpiper with the band Harbour Road, but also bagpiper with the Field Marshal Montgomery, a little band that you might have heard of. Yes, Bradley has a brand new single coming out this week on the 11th of March called Journey. Now, the last time we got a single from Bradley was called Akai, and I think it was back in 2020, so that's a brave while ago. Since then, Bradley obviously has been working hard on his studies, of course, at the Conservatoire, and with his band Harbour Road. But this is the first single we've had from Bradley now in quite a while, so be sure to check that out. Go and check out Bradley Parker on social media and all the rest. And of course, ourselves in the Rab Show, we will share out the link and everything on the 11th of March where you guys can go and purchase it. And it'll definitely be worth the purchase because you might be able to hear a little bit of it in the background. There you go. So, go and have check that out, of course, whenever it drops on the 11th of March. Definitely worth picking up. Yeah, for sure. Alright, our next news story has to fall to the Uist and Barra, Solo Piping Championship have made the announcement that they're going to be postponing. This is normally the first major event in the UK solo piping calendar, and we were looking forward to it. However, they've now made the decision, of course, with the ongoing pandemic and everything, just for keep people safe, they're going to possibly postpone it to around September or October of this year. That's a bit of negative news, I suppose, but at least it's not all bad because it isn't fully cancelled. It's simply postponed. So for those of you who are looking forward to the Uist and Barra, it's happening later in the year, not when previously planned at the start of the year. So hope that makes sense. For more information, of course, the full story on the announcement has been up there on pipestrums.com. You can go and check that out now about Uist and Barra. Speaking of another competition, and that's, postponing, cancelling possibly, the Bathgate Games. Apparently, after its 50-year history, apparently that's it. They've pulled the plug on it. And now, this used to be a major championship in the calendar. It used to be where the British Championships were held, around the late 70s and 80s and that. And I think it was back in the early 2010s as well. But the Bathgate Highland Games has fallen on hard times. And this past few years, obviously before the pandemic, there wasn't actually a competition element of it. Apparently, People's Ford, Boghall and Bathgate turned up, and Inverary just turned up to entertain the crowd. There was no competition element available at the Bathgate Highland Games. However, I think now they finally decided that enough's enough and it may not happen again. But apparently now, in recent news, following this announcement that they're pulling the plug on the event, now a local group apparently are saying that it may be rescued because the event is now under new management. So, with all of their financial losses and everything that they've recorded in previous years, it's hard to see how, but we're definitely hopeful. As soon as we hear any more information on the Bathgate Games, we'll definitely let you guys know because, it's quite an historical event and a great venue as well, from all accounts. Disappointed about that announcement, but really hoping that it will be able to, see a bit of a resurgence, I suppose. So there you are, the Bathgate Games. May not be a thing anymore. There you are. We'll have to keep an eye on that one. All right, I have to give a bit of an announcement that was just published today, whenever I'm recording this, on the 9th of March. The music board, of course, of our RSPBA, give us an announcement about some downgrades. Again, because we're rolling into the season, bands are now shuffling around and finding their new homes. And we've had some recent downgrades. From grade 3A to 3B, we've had the Royal Scots Dragoon Guards. Now, apparently this was after an appeal because Yeah, I was, hopefully preparing for a season to see the Royal Scots Dragoon Guards in 3A, but here we are. They've now been downgraded to 3B. Yeah. Making the step down then from juvenile to novice juvenile A, we have West Lothian Schools, and that was after an appeal. We also have the novice juvenile A to novice juvenile B of North Lanarkshire Schools, also taking a step down. There you are. So again, yeah, a lot of moving and shaking, and we dare say over the next few months there probably will be more adjustments applied here before we actually hit the grass in May. So we have a couple of months left where we will more than likely see more regradings, and we'll definitely keep you guys across all of that. One new band, however, that's just newly been graded in Novice Juvenile B is Oban High School Development Band. Yeah, so looking forward to seeing them on the grass. Fantastic stuff, Oban High School. Looking forward to seeing you. Alrighty, now I know I've already mentioned this before on previous podcasts, but I do want to mention it again for good reason. Yeah, because the entry dates for the 70th Ulster Solos, it's closing soon. Sunday the 20th of March is when your entries will close. They will not accept any late entries. So if you are wanting to compete in the 70th Ulster Solos, then you have a limited time now to get your entry forms in. So I hope you have all your playing requirements and that all sorted already. You know what you're doing. Just sort out your paperwork. You have until the 20th of March to do so. And like I say, your email to secretary@rspbani.org needs to be there with them by Sunday, 20th of March. And many times am I going to say Sunday the 20th of March? Possibly a lot, but there you go. That's your deadline. Alrighty, well, you guys know that this week we have a couple of big meetings ahead of us whenever it comes to AGMs and the likes. Well, yeah, RSPBA headquarters AGM is happening this weekend. Yes, we've mentioned that before. We're not going to mention it again, but just to remind you, it's on this weekend, and that's all I'm going to say. RSPBA headquarters AGM. It's going to be a big one. That plus here locally in Northern Ireland, we also have our own branch meeting, which is being held just as I'm recording this. So hopefully we'll get some outcome from our local branch meeting and news to talk about, of course, with announcements and more competition dates and such and all of that. Plus, if there's any outcome from the RSPBA, the headquarters AGM, we'll definitely bring that to a future pod here as well on the show. Rest assured. And please remind your band secretaries and all of that it is available to attend. Yeah, it's important that people get involved in these meetings and affect change where change is due, I suppose. Otherwise, why complain? Yeah, that nothing ever changes. Well, do you attend your meetings? There you go. Alrighty. On March 3rd, of course, here in the UK, and I think it was around the globe as well, we had World Book Day. Well, I think the clue's in the name, Rab. World Book Day, of course, happens, and a lot of our piping distributors out there were reminding us of the amount of incredible piping books out there. Yeah, one of them is Finding Bagpipe Freedom by Camille Late and Andrew Douglas, of course, and we have a promo code BIG RAB to get money off. Yeah, that's another excuse to mention that. But yeah, World Book Day, and I do hope that you guys out there celebrated World Book Day by actually purchasing a tune book or anything like that of sorts, because there is a wealth of them out there. I think that's one thing that we can take from the pandemic is the amount of music that was written down and composed and put into collections. So yeah, shout out to all of our pipe band suppliers out there who were advertising through World Book Day for all the amazing collections that you can grab. And I honestly hope that you folks managed to grab one when you could. There you are. I think some of them actually did have some special offers on and stuff for World Book Day. So there you go. I've just figured I would mention it. I hope you managed to purchase some good music collections over World Book Day. Indeed. Alrighty, now for fans of Scott Wood out there, yeah, you guys know Scott Wood has been incredibly busy with Scary Vor and all the rest, but in recent weeks, he's been working on something completely new. Now, this is way out there, alright? Now, I thought this is new music from Scott Wood, and I thought, wow, okay, blister and piping, let's go, let's thump the floor and have a good Keeley. No, this is something completely different. He's launched a brand new musical venture called Ocean. Now, it's spelled O-C-Y-N, and he's releasing what he's calling, etheric music. Something that you can, it's like atmospheric stuff that you can, put on and just like really chill out and zone out, I suppose. He's released the first track of it called Solitude, and there's many different versions of it. There's an acoustic version, there's like an orchestral one. It's really fascinating stuff. Now, whenever you listen to it with headphones on, apparently you get the full binaural listening experience. There you are. Now, this piece of music apparently was inspired by the ongoing heartache and everything that's happening with Russia and Ukraine and everything. And this piece of music was, ethereal, and it's very kind of out there as being real, I don't know, it's like chill out music almost. You know, you can plug your headphones in and completely zone out. So, if that sounds like your kind of thing and you're a fan of Scott Wood, then I would urge you to go and check out Ocean. This is quite an interesting experiment. And in recent days, actually, there's been video of Scott actually in like a big warehouse scrubbing the floor with a brush and recording it, which was a little bit random, but he was using that sound of a big echoey warehouse and this brush going across the floor like a shh kind of thing. It's very cool, very cool. So if you are into chill out music or that kind of auditorial experience that isn't music and a ceilidh and thumping the floor through a jig or a hornpipe, then go and check that out. It's really, really interesting, if anything. So, I'm absolutely a fan. I love anything that Scott Wood seems to do these days. And, go and check that out. Ocean on social media. OCYN. I think the track's also up there on Spotify and iTunes and all that stuff, so you can go and check that out, indeed. There you are. Alrighty, I have to give a mention. This weekend, we'll see the Duncan Johnson Memorial Competition. It's going to be held this upcoming weekend in the National Piping Centre. For more details, of course, on the competition, along with all of their entrants and whatnot, then go and check the Competing Pipers Association on social media. And whether there'll be any live stream or video footage from this, we don't know. We've been asked it about 1 million times now. Will there be any video from this? Absolutely no idea. But we do know that the National Piping Centre do have access to the technology, so perhaps keep your eye on their social media over the weekend as this competition launches, and you never know, there might be the odd little video clip here and there, and possibly live as well. I guess we'll have to wait and see. But to everyone competing at the Duncan Johnson Memorial Competition this weekend, we wish you the very best of luck. Looking forward to that one. Well, now we're going to be looking towards Manawatu Pipe Band, who dropped a little bit of a news story on us this past week about Palmerston North Boys High School. Now this was really, really interesting because they've managed to secure gold medalist piping tutor, indeed. Yeah. None other than Stuart Easton, of course. Now, Stuart has been a lifetime member of Manawatu Pipe Band, who's recently retired, of course, from competitive piping after being in Manawatu Scottish for about 25 odd years. Well, you guys know Stuart is a gold medal winner and at our Gailshire gathering. And, he's now taken up the role of piping tutor at Palmerston North Boys High School. So, wow, first of all. Wow. So really looking forward to seeing, the development of that band at Palmerston North and seeing what the band can produce. Yeah. Because as we all know, Stuart is incredibly experienced in the piping scene, both at a band level and as a soloist. So definitely will be doing great guns there, I'm sure. So really looking forward to seeing what Stuart brings to the band there at Palmerston North. And congratulations. Yeah, there you are. I have to give a bit of a brief shout this week to the Red Hot Chili Peppers, who have kicked off their tour of the United States in style. Let's just say that. They've uploaded various little video clips and stuff of the guys in action, and let's just say the band are doing incredibly well, and I think they're having the best possible time as well. So shout out to the Red Hot Chili Peppers. If you are over there in the States listening to me right now, and I would urge you to go and check out the Red Hot Chili Peppers on their social media, where they've published all the dates of where they will be playing, and hopefully they're playing a venue near you soon, so you can go and check them out. Yeah. And I would definitely recommend seeing the Chili Peppers live. It's definitely an experience. So there, enjoying yourselves over there in the States, lads. Hope you're having the best possible time. Yeah. Alrighty, on March 5th, the piping world drew breath because an announcement came that none of us were expecting. From St. Lawrence O'Toole Pipe Band, who put out the announcement that the legendary figure Terry Tully is stepping away from competition after 48 years in St. Lawrence O'Toole. Wow. whenever I first read this, I had so many feelings all at one time. Number one, heartbreak, going, oh wow, what a legend, stepping away from the piping scene. And then number two, I kind of thought, well, after 48 years, I think he's entitled to a bit of a break. I had absolutely no idea that Terry had been with St. Lawrence for that length of time. And I do remember reporting the story, actually, when he was stepping down as pipe major. That was back in 2013 when he handed over the reins to his son, Alan, of course. And we've had Alan on the show quite a number of times now. But I don't need to tell you guys just how much of a legendary figure Terry Tully is in the piping scene. Absolutely. And his list of credentials and his passion for the music knows no bounds. And honestly, from all of us here in the Big Rab Show team, we want to wish him the very best retirement possible. And Terry also has been quite a prolific composer as well, composing possibly some of my favourite tunes throughout the years. And he's left us with quite a huge legacy of piping and drumming. And I dare say now he'll be quite happily hanging up the brogues and enjoying himself on the weekend now, watching telly and sports and all sorts, enjoying a well-deserved retirement. Although I dare say he'll still be around the piping scene. He'll be around the competition circle in some regard. I dare say very deserving of a break. And to everyone there at St. Lawrence O'Toole, this announcement did come as a huge shock to all of us that he was stepping down. And to everyone there at St. Lawrence, I'm sure, you'll all join us in wishing him a very, very happy retirement. Now, in a statement from the band, Terry actually said himself, he said, "The band and the pipe band scene has given so much to him. I would like to thank all of those who played in the band during the time I was a member and a pipe major, and all the bandsmen and women I met along the way on the field. The band's supporters and my supporters in Ireland, Scotland and further afield also have my thanks, as do all those who have sent the best wishes on my retirement. I wish Alan, Stephen, and the band members, current and future, all the best, and I will be there to cheer you all along." There you are. Fantastic stuff. So, I dare say I hope to still bump into him onto the grass and share a bit of a laugh, and then as soon as I bring a microphone out, he runs. That's happened a few times. Honestly, I do wish Terry the very best in his retirement. Definitely deserving of a break, I think. Yes. So from one huge news story of a piping legend to another news story that we were waiting on. Now, we've been getting plenty of emails about this, actually, asking us, is the pre-Worlds concert still happening? And at that time, we didn't know, and we're like, we're waiting on announcements, and then suddenly, boom, out came the announcement, the Inverary pre-Worlds concert is on. Yes. The huge concert that we've been waiting on and waiting on and waiting on. It's happening. 10th of August in the Glasgow Royal Concert Hall, a night in that land. Yeah. Now, the concert, of course, was supposed to happen in 2020, but as you guys know, it was postponed and then postponed again. We've had various different statements from band members. Of course, Pipe Major Stuart Little has said that the material has been on the back burner, but has definitely been there, percolating away and being tweaked on occasion, I suppose. And also Stephen McWhirter as well has been quoted as saying that this is a show with a little bit of something in there for everyone. And of course, the guys there at Glasgow Sky Pipe Band are talking about how it's obviously been heartbreaking to have to postpone and cancel this event over the past couple of years, but now they're thankfully in a position now where they're able to open the doors and allow people in to the event, and I can't wait for it. Now, as far as I understand, anyone who purchased tickets for the original show back in 2020, those tickets will be honoured. However, if you cannot attend the event, then you will get a full refund. If you can tell them, hey, look, I'm not going to make it, I have this ticket here, so rather than trying to sell it privately over social media or eBay, then just contact the concert hall and they'll definitely issue you with a full refund. There you are. So apparently there's been a number of tickets actually passed back in this regard, and as a result, seats are now available that weren't available before. So if you are interested, then please go to the Royal Glasgow Concert Hall box office, where the tickets are now available. 22 quid each, and let's just say you're going to want to catch this show because, Inverarian District have had over a couple of years to prepare for this one, and from all accounts, talking to members of the band, they're absolutely itching to get on that stage. They can't wait for this show now. Whereas before they would have had limited time to learn all the music and all the pressure that comes with, as well as possibly defending their world championship, now they've had 2 years to sit with the music and become quite confident with it. So I'm looking forward to seeing a confident Inverarian District hit the stage in the Glasgow Royal Concert Hall. It's going to be so good. So, A Night in That Land, 10th of August. Get your tickets. Avoid disappointment. This event always sells out because it's during one of the biggest piping weeks in the piping calendar. Avoid disappointment. Grab tickets for it now when you can, when they're still there. Apparently, at the time of me recording this, there was around 700 tickets left when the venue holds about 2,500, I suppose. So that's not that many tickets left. So, go and grab them now when you can. Yeah, indeed. Alrighty, going to give another little brief mention to another band in the trad and folk scene who have just finished recording their latest album. Yeah, can I give a shout this week to the Elephant Sessions? Apparently over the course of the pandemic, the Elephant Sessions have been furiously writing new music and now have been back in the studio this past few weeks and have now since finished recording. And after it's been mixed and mastered and all that stuff, then we'll hopefully be able to get our hands on it. So just want to give a mention this week to the Elephant Sessions. Incredible band. If you haven't heard them at all, or you're a fan of Celtic and folk music, go and check out the Elephant Sessions. They're an incredible band, and I'm really looking forward to this upcoming release for sure. Yeah. So, of course, as soon as I hear any more information on that and where you can actually go and get it, then, I'll let you guys know for sure. So, just when I'm on the topic of Celtic music, folk and trad and all the rest, for those of you who are fans of trad music, of course, you know that the Edinburgh Trad Festival is coming up shortly, 29th of April through to the 9th of May. Well, for piping fans, Ross Ainsley and Ali Hutton have announced that they are going to be appearing at it. There you are. So for more information, of course, go to edinburghtradfest.com and you can get your tickets and everything for the Ross and Ali show. Yeah. I think it's been a while now since Ross Ainsley and Ali Hutton. I think even Jen Butterworth is going to be playing with them as well as a bit of a trio. If you are interested, of course, in going and see those guys, go and check out the Edinburgh Trad Fest website. Grab your tickets for it. That's going to be one heck of a show. Yeah, for sure. Alrighty, one such news story that is piping related, but it isn't piping related. I'll explain why. For those of you out there who know, champion bagpiper Beth Preston, who's been playing with the Police Service of Northern Ireland this last while, she is now qualified for the final of Miss World Northern Ireland 2022. What? I know, it's absolutely not piping related at all, but I know nothing about this competition. But hey, congratulations to Beth Preston. This is a huge deal. Being involved in the Miss World Northern Ireland competition and making it through to the final. Hey, what's not to love about that? So well done, Beth. Woo! I've absolutely no idea what you had to do to make it through to the final, or to what the competition is, but hey, she's in the final. So we've got a bagpiper in the final there of Miss World Northern Ireland 2022. Awesome stuff. So yeah, good luck, Beth. We hope you come through with the title and whatever that involves. So best of luck, Beth. Yeah, indeed. That's random, isn't it? Yeah, there you go. All right, I do want to mention that, this past weekend was the Scottish Festival in Plantation in Florida there. And congratulations to the City of Dunedin Pipe Band, whose Grade 4 band managed to lift the title there. We managed to put up a little bit of a performance clip of them as well. And I think their Grade 1 band, and that was also in action as well. They were there just kind of practicing, having a bit of a warm-up. I don't think they were in competition, more just kind of entertaining the crowd and such. So shout out to the guys at the City of Dunedin Pipe Band, or as the other podcast calls them, City of Dunedin. City of Dunedin Pipe Band. Apologies, guys. There you are. So yeah, and also I have to give a quick mention to, let me see, is it the St. Augustine Pipe Band? City of St. Augustine Pipe Band. I could be totally pronouncing that wrong, and you can shout at me all you like. But yeah, apparently they lifted the Grade 5 competition there in the Southeast Florida Highland Games as well. So yeah, well done, guys. Yeah, not bad at all. So it's great to see bands actually heading back out again and competing again. It's so encouraging. Yeah, I think Mesa Caledonian actually were involved in the Phoenix Scottish Games there not too long ago. So yeah, shout out to you guys in Mesa Caledonia. Yeah. So if your band is out in competing ways, then please do get in contact with us. We'd love to hear from you, how your band got on at the competition, but also who won what and all of that. But we love to hear all of that stuff. Apparently at the weekend there as well, thanks to Pipe Bands Victoria, there was a competition held in Haileybury. Yeah. Now, also thanks to the social media page of Black Bear, we were treated to lots of videos of performances, including Hawthorne. Hawthorne! Now, this is the first time we've seen Hawthorne Pipe Band since the World Championships, I think, back in 2019. So, hey, Hawthorne Pipe Band sounded incredible, and to all other bands as well, and all the grades, yeah, and the video performances that we managed to see on the Big Rab show, yeah, we've shared them all out there, and they were absolutely brilliant. So well done to everyone involved there at the competition at Haileybury. Yeah, indeed. I think, was that the Melbourne Highland Games and Celtic Festival, or is that coming up? I think that's in the future, actually. I don't see. This is something that Rab got wrong, but I'm speaking out loud now. I think that's in a couple of weeks' time, the Melbourne competition. So yeah, any of you folks there in Australia can keep me right on that one. You can let me know. I think that's in a couple of weeks' time from now. Anyway, see, this is me thinking out loud instead of researching my topic. Yeah. I have to give a mention to Pipe Band Scores. Now, you guys know on a previous podcast on a topic of the week, we talked all about this fantastic new website, pipebandscores.com, and how they will be adding contributors as they go. Well, they've put out an announcement in recent days that Davey Hunter and Peter Crow, good mates of the show, will be up and coming, contributors. So Davey Hunter, you guys know he has an incredible book out called Now It's My Turn. You're going to want to get your hands on that one. But yeah, Davey's quite an amazing composer and has been releasing so many great new tunes and stuff that are easily accessible by pipers of all levels. And he's going to be contributing now to Pipe Band Scores. So for those of you who haven't checked out pipebandscores.com yet, then please do, because like I say, they're adding to their roster of contributors. It's definitely going to be worth checking out for sure, especially now when people are preparing for this incoming season and are possibly looking for new music as well. So, pipebandscores.com. I know it sounds like a shameless plug, and it is. But definitely go and check that out. Yeah. Alrighty. Now, I did Google this just to find out about the Melbourne Tartan Festival. That's going to be held on the 10th of July. So, yeah, there are many bands involved in that, and I'm not going to read the list here, but, if you do want to find out more details, just check out the Melbourne Tartan Festival, 10th of July. Apparently there's going to be a masked pipe band parade, as well as a competition and all sorts of stuff happening around that. So that's the Tartan Festival. Now, as to that's the Melbourne competition, not entirely sure, don't know, but, yeah, again, this would be stuff that Rab got wrong, indeed. Now, of course, last week, just the other day, just yesterday, in fact, when I'm recording this, or the other day, was International Women's Day. And I have to say a massive shout out to all of the people on social media in the piping world who were celebrating women, and that was just fantastic to see. So many incredible posts by bands, manufacturers, associations. I could go on. There was so many great heartwarming posts celebrating women around the globe, and it was just brilliant to see. Including ourselves here in the Big Rab Show team. Yes, we shout out our own Alicia Dixon-Hamilton. Alicia, you're awesome! And a very happy International Women's Day, indeed. Alright, I have to give a very brief mention to MANORCUNNINGHAM Pipe Band. Go on, the Manor! Yeah! Now, the reason I'm giving MANORCUNNINGHAM a shout is because, obviously, since the pandemic started, they have been absolutely silent on their social media and have had nothing posted at all. And then suddenly, a huge flurry of activity, including a brand new logo. Yeah, the band has a brand new logo along with new bass drum heads, which I can't wait to see in person, which were designed by Emma Hetherington and Sophie Hetherington. So, yeah, go and check that out. MANORCUNNINGHAM and their brand new band logo, which is pretty sweet, by the way. Yeah, go and have a look at that. And also, shout out to Peel Regional Police Pipe Band, who also published the photograph of their brand new bass drum head, which looks kind of awesome, by the way. And I dare say this year we're going to have some contenders for coolest bass drum. All right, I'm just going to throw that out there as a little acorn. Perhaps give some thought for who could be the coolest bass drum. So yeah, go and check that out. MANORCUNNINGHAM with their brand new logo, and to Peel Regional Police as well for their brand new bass drum. Pretty sweet stuff there indeed. I have to briefly mention, before we wrap up the news this week, for a bit of a social media post that came out from our own RSPBA headquarters, where it's a really unusual one. It's not the usual fare that you would see from RSPBA. It was Meet Alan Richards. Alan is an assistant chief steward, and yeah, it's a bit of an interview of sorts, where we managed to take some time to find out who Alan Richards is and what his role is as assistant chief steward. And it's incredibly interesting, and that's all I'm going to say on that front. If you can, go and read it at your own leisure, of course, and find out who Alan Richard is and what it all entails being assistant chief steward for the RSPBA. Very interesting stuff. And if anything, if this is the start of more things to come from our RSPBA when we're meeting members of staff like this, hey, I'm all for it. Fantastic. Bring it on. Post more of it, please. I think it's great. You know, making our association acceptable, making our association accessible in a certain way. Being able to identify these people as actual humans. Sometimes it's good to get to know them, you know, rather than, oh, that's the guy that shouts at us whenever we're not on time for for the March Past, you know. It's good to get to know these people. Yeah. Now, I have to give an announcement then, of course, for the Las Vegas Pipe Band. Well, it's not so much an announcement, but they've put out their schedule, of course, for St. Patrick's Day. And I do know a good number of bands out there will be preparing furiously for St. Patrick's Day next week. And yeah, if your band has an associated schedule, are you doing anything to celebrate St. Patrick's Day, any gigs, any parades, performances, please do get in contact with us here at the Big Rab Show, and we'll happily let folks know where you're going to be playing. Now, looking at the schedule here from the Las Vegas Pipe Band, they're going to be playing from, I think, 11:30 in the morning all the way through to the wee hours. It's going to be quite a grueling day for them. So, yeah, good luck, guys. I think looking at your schedule here, you're playing all over Las Vegas. I think you're playing, venues such as, the Flamenco Hotel, Lake Las Vegas, the Sierra Gold, Flamenco. You're also playing in Johnny Mac's Sports Bar, there's an Irish pub in Mandalay. So, yeah, so many different venues. And, the band's going to be incredibly busy. Good luck to you all there at the Las Vegas Pipe Band. I wish you good luck there celebrating St. Patrick's Day. Quite a grueling a day in front of you. But yeah, if your own band has your own schedule or grueling, list of gigs like the Las Vegas Pipe Band, then please do get in contact with us, like I say. Our email address, bigrabshow@gmail.com. Let us know where you're playing. Indeed. Alrighty. Well, next week is St. Patrick's Day, but we're more looking to what's happening the following week. The 26th of March, of course, Closkelt in concert at the Marketplace Theatre in Armagh is just going to be insane. I am so looking forward to this. And this week's topic of the week will reflect that, because we get to hang out with Closkelt as they're preparing for their upcoming show. So, yeah, let's take a brief break at this point, and it's a time for a big cup of tea. It's time for the topic of the week.